It's been a great time. See you later. There we go. Oh, wait. Why is it going to kick me out? And then, here, I'm going to help you on your trip. Oh, she wants to get away. I understand. I was just going to help you, you know, get on your trip, get to your destination a little quicker and stuff like that. Okay. All right. Have a good one. See you later. Okay, fun times. Fun times, everybody. We can save. And that's that. I am now... What time is it? 8:47. I guess we'll do a little bit of, we'll load up the snapshot and investigate the changelog and try to set up the world for the video. Oh god, I never ended up doing the freaking dark RPG comments that I was needing to do. Whoops. One second. Let me leave a commento here. Cool. It's at 1 out of 10, which is very exciting. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it on a new vid. Am I going to try to build an automatic crafting setup? I mean, like... I'll try to build something that is doing a recipe that's, you know, slightly more complicated than just me preloading and then hitting the button. Like, I'm going to try to do something similar to what they did in the second stage of the Minecraft Live demo. Let me order food. There might not be a lot left open right now. Whoops. And while it is on its way, we'll work on this. Let's see. Maybe some hot chicken. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. All right, cool. Do I need to enable experimental features or anything like that? Experiments. Yes. Why would I have enabled the snapshot if I didn't want this? Villager trade route off. Creative and crafter. Oh wait, I gotta change the Minecraft. Nearly got banned. Alright, let's test this thing out. What if I recorded this tonight and then uploaded it as like a freaking 11 p.m. video? Be like, at least I got it out on the same day the snapshot came out if you live in the US. Okay, crafter. Look at this. What a machine. What a machine. We're going to need some redstone. We're going to need a comparator, probably a repeater, maybe a torch somewhere in there. All right. So, how does it work? How does it work? That's what I want to know, man. Let me just get rid of all this grass real quick. Survival mode. The best way to get rid of grass without accidentally breaking a bunch of other blocks at the same time. That's the secret. Most people, they would load up a super flat redstoner's world. Nah. I gotta have the aesthetic. Wait, water? Oh, for clearing the grass? Nah, we gotta do it with our fist. Button droppers. Well, we're gonna need hoppers, probably, at the very least. Button. That's true. Hopper. Do we actually need observers? Okay. Okay, let's see. We'll eject one crafted item at a time when powered by a new redstone signal. Upon receiving the signal, the crafter will eject the recipe result from the front face. If the output result has multiple types of items, all the result items will be ejected together? Huh? The output result has multiple type of items? What does that mean? What does that mean, multiple type of items? Oh, okay, got it. If it's, so for cake, buckets, eject. Got it. 3x3 interactable crafting grid. Okay, let's see. So we got that. So click to disable slot. So on and so forth. So the question really is, right? Let's say we wanted to make a... I guess the real question is, if you wanted to auto-craft cake, how complicated does that get? Crafter's grid slots are toggleable, meaning the player can change the behavior of a slot by clicking or pressing. A slot that's toggled cannot hold items, therefore cannot have items placed into it by other block... Oh, God dang it. Is it bleeding? Is it bleeding? So here's the thumb thing. Basically, I snap. You can probably barely see it because it's not going to focus. I can kind of see. So I snag the part that's still hanging. I just snagged on my shirt, and it just, ugh, ow, God dang it. That don't feel so good. That don't feel so good. Ah, jeez. I was gonna do game rule, do daylight false. Short balls. After I showered, I didn't put a Band-Aid back on. God dang it. No, the problem is it's so, like, I can't get a clipper under there because it'll just be too painful. So I gotta wait for it to grow out before I can actually cut it. So, just a hazard in the meantime. Okay, let me check a little thing. Let's see how this works. I'm gonna put a chest down so that I can just put a bunch of the stuff I might need in it. Okay, so if I were to say, just put a hopper there, and a hopper there, and then do some wheats. I just want to see what happens. If I were to put the wheat in there, okay, it fills it one slot at a time, and then it would get it. Okay, so it goes through one slot, and then starts to cycle over again. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, so then what happens if I were to go and do that? And actually I should do something else. So if I did hoppers and wheats, like I just went there and then I did that. Ah! It alternates them. Okay, so it alternates between one side and the other. Got it. It seems like it. I don't know if that's... Yeah, that would make sense that it would alternate between one side and the other. Okay. So that would be an easy way to make TNT then, as long as you have a constant supply, though. As soon as you run out of supply, then you have to implement some other thing, right? Because it doesn't seem like you can't have it place into a different face, right? Like you can't have it to where if I like block everything off here, right? It's not, and I put one in here, it's going to put it into the top. It doesn't do it on a side-by-side basis. So just going to put it into the first available 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now you can, though, it says okay, so comparator signal strength is 0 through 9, where each non-empty or toggled slot adds 1 strength. Hoppers can be, so you can make it so that as soon as it hits a certain comparator strength, it's going to automatically like output the signal, right? And then cause the craft to happen. So let's see if we can figure this out. So let's see. So the redstone comparator. So what would we, what's, man, cake crafter is something I'm not sure I am smart enough to be able to do. I might have to just stick to something like paper. Could do rocket. Yeah, cake is going to be crazy. Paper would be pretty easy. So, okay, so if we do comparator out here, and then we do redstone. Oops. What is concurrency that you're talking about? Cake will require intense concurrency? Okay, so because that has one thing in it, what could we, yeah, okay, so let's try doing paper. Because the idea of being able to make an automatic firework generator is kind of cool, right? Now, granted, you would have to... Yeah, you could probably do that. You could do that. Let's see. So... sugarcane. So if I were to do 1, 2, 3, then it would reach there. And so then... this is not going to be compact. The issue is, like... the issue is this is not going to be very compact, and people are going to be like, you were not very efficient with your methodology here. But, okay, so in theory, this works, right? So I do this, and then I just load sugarcane into it. And there it goes. Easy. And then it vomits out paper. Cool. That's pretty cool. That's pretty nifty. Yeah, so obviously this would be something you could put into auto sugarcane. And then, let's see, so if I were to put like a chest in front of it. Okay, it directly inserts into it. That's cool. And, Let's see what else. Droppers, insert, moving items in from another block, prioritizes. First empty slot. If there are no empty slots, then prioritize the smallest stack of the same item. Okay, if there's a toggled slot, it will be skipped. The item will then be moved into the container. If the item cannot be moved, it will be ejected into the world. If there is a toggle slot, it will be skipped. Okay. So the trickiest part is figuring out how to insert the items in order, right? The crafter will eject into the world if the container is full, but the hoppers and droppers don't. If you look up a recoder and copy it, hook droppers to the output, then you can make any recipe easy. I'm going to look up a Minecraft recoder. And that's probably going to just bring up like mods or something. Showing results for Minecraft recorder. Search instead for Minecraft recoder. Huh, it's something with a bunch of target blocks or something like that. I don't even know what it does. Oh, red decoder. Oh, okay. What is a red coder? Oh, it's literally a Minecraft thing. Huh. That's fancy. I'm not sure I'm smart enough for this. But in any case, you could also add this autocrafter to Pigman Gold Farms. True, true. So, all right, this is a simple implementation, but let's say I wanted to like add the next level to it. How would I ensure that as items came in on demand, they would go into the proper slot? So if I wanted to chain this into making fireworks automatically, how would I run this paper and the paper would only ever insert into the second slot? I would okay, you would have to chain, you have to make it so that the comparator, oh, I know how you do this. So what we would do from here is, should I do it in a different setup? Maybe. I can just keep it going from here. No, I have an idea. I know how to do this. I know what we're going to do. Okay, so what we're going to do, basically, is we're going to have another man's here, and we're going to hopper into it. But the thing is, we're going to have this hopper locked, right? This hopper is going to be locked until a redstone signal goes into it, or the redstone signal is disabled, I should say. So we'll do that, and we'll be like that. And then this man's, we'll basically just do this, right? And then the comparator, will it output one signal there and then not? Oh, blocked slots cause the thing to do that. Okay, so basically we want to do like... This is not going to be space efficient, but there's nothing there and nothing there. We might want to make it one more in. Actually, I could have just done it that way. That's fine. Okay, no signal. And then we want that there. And that like this. Okay, so this hopper shouldn't let anything through, right? Cool. It's good. And so the paper will only be allowed in if a gunpowder is present on the top. But then the problem is we have to stop the gunpowder from going in after. But it should, will it alternate? That's the question. No, if I put gunpowder in here, let me see what happens. So paper there and gunpowder here. Just filled that up. Okay, so I need to basically like stop it. I need to stop it from inserting more gunpowder. So basically on the other side of this equation, this needs to be the inverse here. So if anything goes in, that hopper gets blocked, which would be, how would I do this? How would I do that? Basically do this, do a repeater over here. And let's see. The problem is it needs to be like instantaneous, doesn't it? No, I guess it doesn't, because it'll react as long as it reacts at the same time as this, then it should be okay, right? So this will basically invert this. Maybe. That's gonna just, hold on. What happens here? What happens here? Oh yeah, that needs to, oh frick, hold on. So it needs to be, there's nothing in it. So yeah, that would need to be off. I'm thinking, guys. I'm thinking. My food is also on its way. I'm just trying to figure out a way to make this work compactly. So, and then that goes like that. Oh, you know, maybe. Frick. How do I get this frickin' signal to go where I want it to? Maybe I just have it go around the back. That's what I'll do. Okay, so this we want to let it through, and then... Actually, no, we need multiple, right? Okay, that actually stopped it, though. Hold on, that stopped it. Wait. So put the paper in there. Wait, why is the paper going? Hold on, what the frick is happening? Wait, stop. Hold on. Wait. This might work. This might have worked. Wait, did I do it? Wait, did I do it? Hold on. Paper in here. Paper shouldn't move. Paper doesn't move. Paper doesn't move. Okay. And then gunpowder there. Okay, it's going to let any paper in, right? Of course. And then we just need the final step to be to actually, like, trigger the redstone signal. Cool. I mean, it worked. It only inserts one gunpowder at a time. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Very space inefficient. I'm sure this is a really stupid way to do it. The last thing, though, that I have to figure out is how do I get the redstone signal to go into there? How do I get that to work? Where do I make that happen? Maybe, okay, so the thing is, it needs to be tied to ensuring that I guess if there's no recipe, though, and the redstone signal hits it, it's not a big deal. So I could loop it back. Don't need the repeater. Let's think. Oh, I see what you mean. God, oh, this right here stops the hopper. Oh, so I can just use this. That's clever. I can just do it that way. Okay. Got it. Okay, so if I put paper in there. Huh? It's trying to... Okay, so I gotta... so there's a problem here, and that is if there's already a gunpowder in there, it tries to activate, and it fricks it up. Oh, you think the hopper is being powered by that? Oh, okay. I see what you mean. So if I were to put a paper in there and just put a couple gunpowders here. And I do this. Let's see what happens. It won't insert the gunpowder. Why? Why did it... the activation of the crafter is very annoying. Okay. I have to figure out how to deal with that. My food is here. God, how does this work? So it needs to, like... needs to... Hmm. Put a comparator line outside of the crafter. Put a line of droppers next to each. Put hoppers in front of droppers leading into crafter fill droppers. Huh? Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. So each level of comparator activates the next. Well, no, but the problem is it would need to be inverse, so it would need to be stopped until. How do I only activate one at a time? One line comparator with 2 droppers? I'm so confused. Sarah L.A., thank you for the 25 months. Use dropper, not hopper. Oh, got it. Okay. I see what you mean. Okay, so what do you dropper into, though? Do you dropper, like, into hoppers? Hopper line that... Oh, okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. So I could, in theory... Lego Boss, thank you for the 200 bits. Made a concurrency program that shows you how the crafter will work in order to make a cake. It's in the Minecraft channel in your Discord, written in Groovy. Baby Java. I don't know what that means, but yeah, okay. So you do a line of hoppers into it, or well, I guess 2. But then if I have the comparator here, right? Then dropper. The question is, how do I get the, will you activate? Oh, wait, I forgot. Right. We have extra real estate here because this thing has blocked off slots. So I could essentially just run it on top of the droppers. Okay, so it'd be there and there, basically. Oh, no, that's going to activate early, so it's going to be one further than that. So it'll be there. And then it's going to take ages to actually bring itself back. There's obviously a more efficient way to do this if I just wired the redstone back and then forward. Let me do that instead. Okay. So, cool. That's cool. So now if we made it, we just want to rotate this one, right? So output it into there. Then we have a chest. So wait, we just basically need to have, needs to go into the dropper, right? One of these needs to go into, so the first dropper to trigger is going to be the creeper. So this needs to feed into that one, which means it would just be better if I set this up in a different location. At the end of the day, let's see. And then over here, okay, so hold on. If we did like that and that, those would trigger. And then this would hit. And it would send a pulse back over to here. At which point it would trip it, I think. So it'd be like, do a delay. But what happens if, okay, hold on, because here's the thing. What happens if, so if we have a bunch of frickin', or if we have one gunpowder, and it fills it, if we have one gunpowder, and it ends up in here, then it's not going to go until this has something in it. So how do we get the first one in? Like this will loop, this will cycle, but how do we know it will? I still don't get how this is going to work, actually. So I put gunpowder there, nothing is happening, right? And I put paper here, nothing is happening. Sure, like I could do this, right? And I see how that's going to work, but once the items run out, then it fricks it. I don't know how to account for starting and stopping of items. It's very confusing. I'm sure there's a solution here, but it's very confusing. Need to shorten the redstone so it automatically starts back. Well, but the problem is, if we shorten the redstone, then it's going to have a permanent. It's going to have a permanent redstone signal, and the dropper is only going to fire when it pulses. So, honestly, I think the only way to make it account for... I think the only way to make it account for starting and stopping is to do it the way I had it previously, or you have to compare it droppers themselves, which I then don't actually know how you would wire that back in. So, fireworks are shapeless, you don't need the blockers. That's whatever. I mean, that's beside the point. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna have to think about this. I'd like to try to figure this out as like some kind of showcase for the video before I record it, but I'm gonna eat. So I'm gonna wind things down. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll maybe if I just think silently to myself, I'll figure something out. So yeah. Okie dokie. There's definitely a way. Thank you for watching. I'll look at the cake crafter thing as well and see what happens. So, all right. Have a good night, everybody. And sure, we could raid Scotch. Sounds good. All right. Bye-bye. Have a good night.